Managing conflict conversations, part of the Better Conversations support series. Conflict is not a sign that something is wrong, it's a normal part of people working together. Different priorities, expectations, and perspectives can sometimes create misunderstandings, tension, or disagreement. The objective isn't to avoid conflict. The objective is to address issues early before they become bigger problems. Most managers focus on the conversation itself. The best managers focus on preparation. Great conversations start long before anyone enters the room. Preparation creates clarity, and clarity creates confidence. The Better Conversations approach follows 5 simple stages: identify the issue, prepare, have the conversation, agree priorities and support, then follow through. Research tells us that many managers often rush straight to the conversation, and as a result, we now know that the strongest conversations begin with greater clarity in the preparation phase. Important conversations take time to achieve clarity. Use the conflict readiness assessment to understand the issue, explore the impact, identify concerns, and clarify the outcomes you are seeking. One of the most important skills in conflict conversations is listening beyond the complaint. People often tell us what happened. They don't always tell us what matters. Take for instance, someone says they never listen. May actually mean I don't feel heard, or when you hear they leave everything to me, may really mean I'm carrying too much. The complaint is often the symptom. The concern beneath it is where resolution begins. Use preps to structure your preparation and your conversation. Purpose. Why are we having this discussion? What outcome are we seeking? Before the conversation, take time to identify the reason for meeting. Focus on the issue that needs to be addressed rather than the person involved. Be clear about what success would look like, and how the conversation could contribute to a more positive working relationship. Reality. What is actually happening? What facts, examples, or evidence are available? Separate assumptions from observable facts. Consider specific examples, patterns, and impacts, rather than isolated incidents. A clear understanding of the current situation helps ensure the conversation remains balanced, objective, and constructive. Explore. What perspectives, concerns, and experiences need to be understood? Conflict often looks different from each person's point of view. Take time to consider what may be influencing attitudes, behaviors, or reactions. Curiosity and open-mindedness create opportunities for greater understanding and better solutions. Progress. What would improvement look like? What practical changes would make a difference? Focus attention on the future rather than becoming stuck in the past. Consider what needs to change, what behaviors should continue, and what actions could help improve working relationships. Small steps can often create significant progress. And finally, support. What support, resources, or commitments are needed to move forward? Sustainable improvement rarely happens through conversation alone. Consider what guidance, resources, follow-up, or ongoing support may be required. Agreeing clear commitments helps maintain momentum and encourages accountability. One of the biggest myths about conflict is that success means agreement. It doesn't. Success may mean better understanding, improved communication, clearer expectations, greater respect, or simply the ability to work together more effectively. Remember, the goal is constructive progress, not necessarily complete agreement. Before any conversation, encourage reflection. Employees should consider their concerns, priorities, and desired outcomes. Managers should prepare, use preps, and seek to understand different perspectives. Preparation improves conversations. And remember, as difficult as it may be, conflict is normal. Early intervention matters. Better conversations require preparation, and small conversations really do prevent big problems. Remember, successful conflict conversations rarely happen by chance. Use the workbook, the conflict readiness assessment, and the PREPS framework to prepare thoughtfully, engage constructively, and create the conditions for a positive outcome.